Hey, it's Gabe with API Nation. Today I'm going to show you how you can sync Google Contacts to MoxiWorks so that as you add contacts in MoxiWorks, as you get those leads, they can automatically get added to Google Contacts, updating your smartphone with all those new contacts, keeping your caller ID updated so you know who's calling you, who's texting you. And also you can set this up as a two-way sync so you can add people from your phone into MoxiWorks as well. Not just your phone, but people you save in Gmail can be saved in MoxiWorks with just a click of a button. It's super easy to set this up. Let me show you how. The first thing you're going to do is go to apination.com and you click on Start Syncing. There you're going to see a ton of different apps, marketing apps, productivity apps, real estate apps. I'm going to scroll down until I get to M for MoxiWorks and click on that. And I can see I can sync MoxiWorks with any of these apps, including Google Contacts, which is what I'm going to do. So you can see there's two syncs available, Google Contacts into MoxiWorks and MoxiWorks into Google Contacts. I'm going to start with this one, MoxiWorks into Google Contacts. So I'll hit activate. And the first step to setting up this sync is to sign into your API Nation account. If you don't have one, you can create one. They're totally free to create, or you can sign in with your Google account. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Once you sign in, now you just have to connect both apps. To connect MoxiWorks, you just hit this big orange connect button. It'll take you out to MoxiWorks where you'll sign in with your MoxiWorks username and password, and that makes the connection. Similar things with Google Contacts. I'm going to hit connect. It's going to show me my Google accounts that I can connect. Go ahead and select the one you want to connect the Google Contacts to and hit allow. There we go. Both apps are now connected. Now I can just hop in here. If I want to set it up so that people from MoxiWorks are getting labeled with a specific label in Google Contacts, I can choose that label here. Or I can just leave it default and they'll just get added to my Google Contacts without a label. That's also an option. You can see if they already exist in Google Contacts, it's asking, should we go ahead and completely overwrite them if they already exist? Or if we're taking somebody from MoxiWorks and putting them in Google Contacts and they already exist, should we just fill in any blank fields that we can? So totally up to you. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna let it overwrite whoever I have in MoxiWorks. Let's get that information into Google Contacts. I'll hit subscribe to create the sync. The sync's not yet active. I'm just gonna do a final check. You can see we're taking contacts that I add or update in MoxiWorks. We're putting them in Google Contacts. If I wanted to filter further, I could just use this filter tool. Maybe I only want to filter people with a certain label. So I can say label contains seller. I could do that and only send over sellers into Google Contacts. Something some people do is that they send over people who are labeled seller and then they go ahead and put them in the seller label on Google Contacts. So you could do that and then you would just create multiple syncs, one for MoxiWorks labeled seller, going into seller. You would go up here to clone this sync, and you would just do this again for buyer, for renter, for prospects. Totally up to you. You could do it that way. I'm going to go back to default, and I'm going to clear out this filter. This is just to get. So setting up a sync that's going to send everybody into Google Contacts without a filter. Come on down here to mapping and we do most of this for you. You can see phone number, email, first name, middle name, last name. If there's anything else I want to add, I'll just hit the plus sign, search for the field and pop it in there. This all looks great to me. I'm going to go to the top and activate this sync. There we go. The sync is now active. Now, anytime I add or update a contact in MoxiWorks, it's going to also do it in Google Contacts, keeping them in lockstep. Let's set up a two-way sync. So I'm going to click up MoxiWorks here, this logo right here at the top. It's going to take me back to all the MoxiWorks syncs available. I'm going to click on Google Contacts again. And instead of doing MoxiWorks to Google Contacts, this time we're going to do Google Contacts to MoxiWorks so we can create a two-way sync, allowing me to send contacts from my phone or from Gmail into MoxiWorks without having to leave automatically. So you can see the accounts that we've connected are already there. I just have to select them. And we're going to create the sync. If I wanted to, again, only send over people from a certain label in Google Contacts, I would just select that label here. This looks good. I'm just going to have any new contact I add in Google Contacts sent over to MoxiWorks. Hit subscribe. Again, just like before, if I wanted to add a filter so that only people with a certain notes or in a certain city or state or zip are sent into MoxiWorks, I can do that. Here's the mapping. I can add anything I want from Google Contacts. Contact name, let's do first name plus last name. That's perfect. Come on down here. Anything else you want to fill out, you can go ahead and pop the fields from Google Contacts in here. Once you're all set, go to the top and activate that sync. And that's it. I now have 2 syncs up and running, creating a 2-way sync between Google Contacts and MoxiWorks. Now, anytime I add a contact into MoxiWorks, it's going to automatically update my smartphone caller ID. And also, if I save a contact in my phone, it can be sent back to MoxiWorks so I can go ahead and follow up the next time I'm over there. It's going to cut your data entry in half. It's going to allow you to better manage your contacts. Nobody's going to fall through the cracks. It's going to allow you to create more deals. If you have any questions or need any assistance setting up this sync, give us a phone call, shoot us an email. We're API Nation, and we're connecting the world's applications.